Hi guys, and welcome to my channel and a new video vlog. A lot of things has happened since last time, so sit back, grab a cup of coffee and some popcorn and let me show you all the new cool things I've done. Okay, so let's start with some of the cool stuff. Say hi to Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones is an undead skeleton that Gorm can rise from the dead to fight for him for 10 seconds. When the time is up, he will disappear again and leave his sword sticking out of the ground. He has 12 hit points, which is the same as the weakest enemies in the game, and there's a 50% chance that he will do a spin attack. The spin attack was a test to see if I could make the AI do some special attacks. And I am happy to report that the test was a success. The second cool new thing is the fireball spell. Gorm will throw out a fireball, and when it hits something, it will explode and deal damage in a radius. Pretty basic, but pretty cool. The explosion will also damage Gorm, and it will even damage Mr. Bones too, so the player needs to be very careful when to use that spell. The last new ability in this update is the shield bullet spell. Gorm needs to have a shield equipped to use this spell. It's a magic ghost shield that gets shot out and will hit everything in its path. It won't stop like the fireball does, but as soon as it hits something, it will just continue to hit the next target behind it. It doesn't fly as far as the fireball, but it does a lot of damage. So the whole idea about magic in this game comes from gloves. Gorm will be able to find different magic gloves, and when he puts them on, he will be able to use those spells and abilities that comes with the glove. Let's say he finds a fire glove. He will then have access to 4 different abilities or spells. It could be a fireball, it could be some kind of fire shield, it could be a fire trail that he leaves behind after a dash attack maybe, and it could be a meteor shower. Those are 4 abilities. So when he has the fire glove equipped, he can use those 4 abilities. The same system works for the weapons and the shields. So when the player picks up a new weapon, he will have 4 new abilities to use. The same goes for the shield. Pick up a shield and you have 4 abilities with the shield to use. The shield and the gloves are using the same hand, so Gorm will have to choose which one to equip. I have also started on the first iteration of the shop. The shop is something Gorm will stumble upon sometimes down in the dungeon. The idea is to have a door that says shop, and when Gorm goes through the door, he will come into the shop where there's a neutral rat enemy selling a lot of shady things like weapons and armors and magic gloves, upgrade gems, healing and things like that. Right now the shop is basically just 3 random items spawning very close to each other, and then Gorm can select which item he wants to buy for his gold. It might not be much right now, but finally Gorm can spend his gold on buying items, which is a very important part of this game going forward. This whole shop thing turned out to be a big can of worms, so I ended up redoing the whole pick up item system, which is a lot of technical and boring stuff, but I ended up with a master pick up item from which I could set the price and the name and if it was a free item, the name will disappear from it and things like that. So it's a pretty cool system where I can kind of click on and off what I want the pickup to be able to do. And this was really the first time I did something on my own without having to look up a tutorial first. So I find that pretty cool actually. And then we have all the small changes to the game. Like I have started on the pig companion named Oink. Right now it's just a model that plays an animation, but with time he will be able to follow the player and attack enemies. I have updated a lot of particle effects, like the loot is a bit more like Diablo effects. The ground pound attack is also updated, so the crystals now comes out from every surface around Gorm when you do the attack. Small things like tweaking the lighting and the bloom effects, and new edges on the walkways of the dungeon. I have cleaned up a lot of collision and collision types. That's all technical boring stuff. I have added true stereo to the game. Before everything just came equally out of the speakers. Now it's divided up depending on what happens left and right. It's a small thing, but I don't know why it just didn't work out of the box. And then I have fixed the problem with the armor, where he was equipping multiple armors. That is now fixed, so you can switch armors when he wants. And that's basically it for this update. Now I have a lot of things on my to-do list, things I really want to do. It would be new abilities. I want to make the 4 abilities for the shield, 4 for the weapon, and 4 for the 2 glove, the fire glove and the undead glove. I still need to do the rat enemy and replace all the skeletons with the rat. I want to be able to upgrade the abilities Gorm has, and then I need to do also boring things like this save game, so I can actually go through a door and into the shop and buy stuff, and then still have the items when I come out of the shop, or still keeping the items when he goes from one level to another, you know. Things I really don't want to spend my time on, but the game really needs it, so there's no other way. So that's it for this time. Thank you very much for watching, and subscribe if you want to know more about the game and follow the project. You can also support me on Patreon. And until then, see you next time.